I'm going to show you some really awesome ways to defend your base against raids in Rimworld. As you can see here, a group of imps from Kozev have arrived nearby and they are going to attack my base. I can click this icon over here where it says raid and then jump to location to see where they are. Now, they are probably going to come north up here, and as you can see, this is the entrance to my base here. Now, I have made my base in a cave, meaning that this outside area here, where my entrance is the only way they can get in. And with the AI pathing, what the raiders will do is they will take a path of least resistance. So they are ideally going to come in through this entrance. To make sure, first of all, that my workers, my pawns, and my colonists are safe, I go to schedule down here, and I've made a area. If I zoom out, you can see if I hover over base, I've made an area called base. I'm going to just click all the way down, click and drag my mouse down, and what that means is that any villagers or colonists that are outside of the base are now restricted to the base area, meaning they will automatically, if they're not already, return home immediately so that they are kind of, at least in a safe spot from the raiders. Now, the raiders aren't really attacking yet. First of all, you can see they are actually planning their attack. So we have a little bit of time. These are just traders here. These aren't my colonists. And what I'm then going to do is I'm going to pause quickly, and I'm going to shift and drag click over all my colonists at the top here. And I'm going to press draft. So I'm going to draft all of them, and I'm going to bring them all here. And you can see here, Pravite here is actually out in the open, so we need to get him back in ASAP because it could be dangerous for him to be out there. And this is the most efficient way that I feel you should be defending your base. Now, when it comes down to actual defences that I've got here, some of the things I've got here are late game, so you may not have these yet, but some of these are also early game. I like to utilise a lot of different things. So the first thing that we're using are just these wooden barricades. You can have your colonists stand behind these, so once they're drafted, I'm going to right click them and place them here. These people are melee, so you want to get melee and ranged, and I'm just going to put them all the way down the sort of barricades here. And the idea of this defense method is that they won't even really need to come down. Okay, so we've got the notification at the top of the screen here that the imps and Kozes are beginning their assault. So I'm just going to pause the game. So I've got everyone behind the barricades. This person here is melee. I'm going to put them back here for later use. Or in fact, I might put them up here so that they can quickly come around and sort of come from behind. Ideally, even, you would have a gate sort of here so they could come out and come from behind the enemies to kind of melee them as they're trying to shoot them here. So we've got the wooden barricades, which are going to help protect your colonists here. If the enemies do get this close, you can see there are spike traps I've put out, which are going to harm the enemies, and there's quite a lot of them here, meaning that you'd hope a few of these spike traps would trigger as they get close. But before that, we have sandbags. I've got multiple rolls of sandbags. The earliest turrets you can get are these steel mini turrets. These can explode as well, so do be careful of that. So I've got loads and loads of these mini turrets. And then what I've also got are these massive autocannon turrets. And these are really quite hefty as well. So we've got a kind of mix here. We've got people with guns. We've got mini turrets. We've got spike traps if they get that far. We've got big turrets. We've got the sandbags kind of protecting us. And then, haven't had a chance to actually replenish these since the last attack, but we've got some IED traps here as well. So if they stand on these will explode. And if you tick auto rearm, then a colonist will automatically come and rearm them. So if we actually want to see this in action, I'm just going to fast forward so we can see these guys really don't stand a chance. They all look like melee units here that are going to be raiding. And if you are early game, just literally use the mini turrets. So as you can see here, there's going to be quite a... there you go. See how far those turrets are going to fire from? If you just make a lot of these, as you can see, they really do not stand a chance. And the accuracy isn't amazing. So some of them are getting in closer, but look, that's it, done. And one of them is fleeing. There we go. Now, of course, some of them are going to be a lot more deadly than that. You could add another 5 rows here if you really wanted. It's entirely up to you. As you can see, none of my colonists even had to get involved, and I can undraft them. And that is how you are going to defend your Rimworld base.